Hello, welcome to the WhiteSchaffPodcast. I'm John Schaff.
And I'm Adam White.
Today, I'm a little bit upset.
Why upset, John?
I can't be an actor.
Why can't you be an actor?
Because the globalists would never let me be an actor.
Oh my god, John.
Okay,
tell us about it.
Well, I want to be an actor because have you ever seen the opening to Casino Royale where he's like running on the crane and stuff and he's like kicking the bomb maker off the crane?
About. Yeah.
And you watch scenes where like lightsaber fights, like you could hold like a real lightsaber.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
But I can't cry on command. They'd just be like, "Cry, John," and I would just be like,
You just sit there. Like, so you're supposed to think about sad things. You know?
What kind of sad things?
I don't know. What do you find sad?
Not a lot.
Yeah, I don't find a lot of stuff sad either. I should probably find more stuff sad if we're talking about that. Talking about it that way.
What about sad people being sad?
Sad people being sad. Who's a sad person? Well, I can tell you a lot of sad people. Draven, if you're listening. Hello, Draven. Draven Townsend, everybody. I love you, bud.
Well, yeah. And, well, they'd be a scene where they'd be like, I don't know, crawl through the sewer, and I'd be like, okay. And they'd say, like, hold some dynamite, and I'd say, okay. And they'd say, jump out of a plane, and I'd say, okay. But then they'd say something like, sneeze.
Ooh.
And I would be like, achoo.
Sorry, everybody. Achoo.
This is the best I can fake sneeze.
I can sneeze pretty good. Can you do an open mouth sneeze?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can. Hold on. Ready? Pretty good, right?
It feels like I'm trying to throw up when I'm trying to open mouth sneeze. Have you ever tried to sneeze on command?
I just did it. Well, it wasn't a real sneeze, I guess. Okay, you know those people that hold their noses when they sneeze, so it sounds like...
Sometimes, I mean, it doesn't sound like that. It just sounds like... But I can do it without holding my nose. Like, if I want to make it sneeze quiet, I can just...
But I've never understood the people that hold their nose when they sneeze. Like, let it out, you know? I'm a pretty violent sneezer. Like, I sneeze with my whole body. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why it is very dangerous for me to sneeze while I pee. Because it goes everywhere.
Have you ever, like, sneezed, but it was, like, way louder than you thought it was going to be? Everyone else just kind of turns around and looks at you. And you're like, sorry,
No,
everybody.
You know what's the worst? Okay, so a sneeze is a double sneeze, right? You sneeze twice.
Yeah.
It's worse when you have, like, 5 sneezes in a row, then everybody stares at you.
Yeah.
Especially if there's that one person in the class or wherever you're at that's like, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you after every sneeze.
We need to stop.
Wait until it's done and then sneeze.
We need to get people to stop saying bless you.
No, I'm okay with bless you. Like,
I'm not.
But wait until after all the sneezes are done. Don't say bless you every time there's a sneeze. Especially like if it's the same person. You know what I mean?
Or I say we just get rid of that tradition altogether.
You know what it's from, right?
Yeah.
Like people back in like the holy times used to think that when you sneezed, a demon would go into your body.
Yeah, but we know that's not true anymore. And now it's just annoying.
Yeah. There's some weird beliefs out there, man.
Could you imagine if everyone said, excuse me, every time they pooted?
They pooted.
Could you imagine what kind of world that would be?
But don't you just love pooting?
Poot.
Poot.
That's an anagram for toop.
What's toop? Oh, I get it.
It's like a tools, but a little circle on the top of the L.
Gotcha. Interesting, John. What do you know about Scientology? That's a belief.
I know a little.
A little? What do you know?
I know that there's thetans and
you call
volcanoes.
Thetans? I've heard thetans. I've heard thetans. Okay.
All right, you call it your way. I'll call it my way.
Okay, potato. Let me tell you a little bit about Scientology. This is just kind of a little bit of like what I know. I don't know everything. So don't get mad at me. And I'm not bashing Scientology. I'm teaching you about it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, there's this guy in the 1940s, right? His name's Ron Hubbard, okay? And Ron was a science fiction writer. He was an author in the 40s and the 50s. And he had this short story come out called Dianetics. And then later, that short story was published in a magazine, and the magazine was called, like, Astounding Science Fiction. What do you think so far?
It just sounds like science fiction.
Yeah, sounds like science fiction.
Like a story.
Yeah, and so later, he made, about a year after it was published in the magazine, he wrote it longer. He made a longer version of it. And it's Dianetics, the book, now.
Okay.
And so off of this book, you get Scientology. It's a religion. And what Dianetics means is it's like, it's spiritual healing Okay, it's like spiritual healing, and there's different ways of doing Dianetics. So, what does AD mean?
You mean like
300 AD. What does it mean to you?
like Anno Domini.
Anno Domini. You know what it means? So it's Latin for the year of our Lord.
Yeah.
People in Scientology think that AD stands for after Dianetics.
So Jesus was a Dianetic? Is that what they're saying?
No, they're just saying that AD stands for after Dianetics. And so Ron Hubbard, he was like a preacher, and he preached this book, and he preached all this stuff, and eventually Dianetics became like a counseling technique. And there's this thing called an auditor, and it's like counseling. So you sit in a chair, and you know about e-meters.
Yeah.
They hook up this stuff to you, and there's somebody sitting there called the auditor, and he talks to you, and he tries to get you to talk about your past memories and gets rid of the past memories. Okay, because those are bad memories.
Okay.
So and it costs money to do this, mind you.
Ouch.
So people are paying money to sit and counsel in counseling, which, counseling, it costs money anyway, right?
Right.
But
I want to be one of those people.
Yeah, I mean, but this is like, you're sitting there and you're telling these people about it, and you have these e-meters on, and it's just throwing out numbers, and that's supposed to measure the thetans in your body, which is like the bad things, but I'll get to that in a minute. So like, the stated like intent of Dianetics is to free individuals of the influence of past traumas by systematic exposure and removal of painful memories. How does that sound to you?
Well, so far it's not too far off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I hear what you're saying.
It sounds just like therapy.
So yeah, so far it's pretty much therapy, and that's what this religion is kind of based off of, is this therapy and Dianetics, which costs a lot of money.
Oh, of course.
Okay, and so in the Scientology religion, once you reach a certain number of Dianetics, once you've paid enough money and done enough of this Dianetics and enough of the auditing, you get to learn the secret of Scientology.
The secret.
And you might have heard of The Secret before. Okay, so The Secret is more or less called Space Opera and the Wall of Fire.
Space Opera and the Wall of Fire.
Space Opera and the Wall of Fire. Scientology.
Is the secret of Scientology.
Okay, Scientology, they believe that, at higher levels of initiation, which is paying for this Dianetics, mystical teachings are imparted that may be harmful to unprepared people. So, like, if you learn this secret before you're prepared, it can hurt you.
Ouch.
Would you say you're prepared to learn this secret, which I'm about to tell you?
I'm prepared.
So, it's very secretive to the church and stuff. So, Ron Hubbard, the writer of Dianetics, described the early events of Scientology as a space opera.
A space opera.
Yeah. Among these teachings is the story of Xenu. Lord Xenu, spelled Xenu. He's introduced kind of as a tyrant ruler of the Galactic Confederacy. Yeah, Galactic Confederacy.
Is there a Galactic Union?
I don't know, man.
And a Galactic Civil War?
I don't know. Lord Xenu is
the Galactic
ruler
Gettysburg?
of the Galactic Confederacy. 75 million years ago, Xenu brought billions of people to Earth in a spacecraft and stacked them in volcanoes and detonated hydrogen bombs in the volcanoes. This is the big secret to Scientology. This is what happened. So what happened was, there's this group of people, right, back 75 million years ago, and they were called the Thetans. And they were being bad. And so Lord Xenu, as head of the Galactic Confederacy, he's like, you Thetans have been bad. I must punish you. So he puts them on board a spaceship, brings them to Earth, dumps them in volcanoes in Hawaii, and detonates these hydrogen bombs. How crazy is that?
You'd think an advanced alien race would be able to make fusion bombs.
Well, we don't know how advanced they are. Advanced enough to be...
Okay. Well, maybe they weren't that far away,
Confederacy.
you know what I'm saying? Maybe they were just like on Jupiter.
I don't know. This was 75 million years ago, so...
Oh, okay.
You know?
It's like a galaxy
Far
away.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Maybe it's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, right? Okay, so anywho, the Thetans then clustered together, and they stuck to the bodies of the living people, and they still do to this day, according to Scientology. And at advanced levels, the Scientologists place considerable emphasis on isolating Thetans from the bodies, because what happens is, they believe that when we sin, it's a Thetan coming out of a volcano in Hawaii and attaching to our bodies. And these Dianetics and auditing is like what what gets rid of the Thetans. So you have to pay money.
Well, that's not unreasonable.
Yeah. So there's 8 publicly known levels of Scientology. So this is the 8th level. So when you get to 8th level, you learn this. And Scientology, you can only find out about this secret on the Scientology cruise ship. So when you reach the 8th level, they take you on a cruise, and they tell you the secret. And the name of the cruise ship is Free Winds.
Free Winds?
Yeah, so I mean, you get a cruise out of it. I don't know if you have to pay money. It's also rumored that at additional levels, you can somehow tell the future.
Telling the future?
Don't know, this isn't like...
Well, I want to tell the future.
Confirmed, but you're supposedly able to tell the future after certain
But, I mean,
levels.
only a certain amount of people can reach that.
Yeah, you have to pay a lot of money because you reach the levels by doing a certain amount of Dianetics.
Okay.
The auditing, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what they believe. And you know how I know this secret?
How?
I'm not a Scientologist. South Park, one of the writers was a Scientologist, and he reached this level or something, and all the writers in the room were like, "What's the secret, man?" And they told him the secret, and they wrote it into the show and revealed it to everybody.
Well, it's not unreasonable.
Oh, Lord Xenu?
I mean, yeah, it's a little out there, but
It's a little out
isn't everything?
I mean, everything's a little out there. Oh, yeah, I totally agree with you, because I think you need to keep your mind open, and,
I'm starting to
there's
feel all
kinds,
these things.
There's all kinds of different beliefs and religions out there. What makes...
Maybe I ought to check this place out.
Yeah, what makes that more weird than anything you and I worship or anything anybody else worships? Like, that's the greatness of America. You get the freedom to believe it. So if you want to believe in Lord Xenu, John, you should believe in Lord Xenu.
Well,
I'm not trying to convert you or anything. I'm not a Scientologist.
Is he still
if you
around?
want to do it?
Millions
I don't know
of
if
years
he's
ago?
still around. I mean,
I'm sure he's
been
not.
75 million years. Maybe, I don't know if there are perks to being, like, the ruler of the Galactic Confederacy. Maybe there are, maybe there isn't. But I'm sure there's some perks. If you can say, "Hey, all you people, won't you listen to me? Get in my spaceship, I'm taking you to Hawaii," then there's some perks to it.
Well, if it's good enough for
I
Tom
just came
Cruise.
up with that. Yeah, Tom Cruise, he's like the spokesman of Scientology.
Sounds like not a bad idea.
I don't know. Have I converted you to Scientology, though, John?
Well, maybe. I gotta
Maybe.
go home and...
Go home and do some research?
I'm gonna pay for this.
Yeah, that's one thing you gotta consider. You gotta pay for the Dianetics.
Guess I gotta get famous first.
Maybe. Speaking of Scientology, you remember Club Penguin?
Yep.
It's back.
It's back?
It's back.
Club Penguin's back.
Club Penguin's back, John, and it
Back.
is kicking. It's coming up, and it banned me twice. Because I had inappropriate names.
I only played it once. I mean, you had like, wasn't there like a membership for it? I didn't play it that much.
Yeah,
I don't remember
you could
really.
get a membership. You didn't have to, but you got a lot better stuff.
Oh.
Like, you remember Puffles?
No.
It was a little pet you got,
Oh.
and for free, you can only get the red and the blue Puffle. Now, like, there's no memberships. It's free. Everything's free for everybody.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so Scientology, Club Penguin, I'm telling you about all kinds of stuff today, John. This has been a very informational podcast.
Check out this Xenu stuff.
I gotta check out this Club Penguin stuff. Try not to get banned again. I gotta come up with a name. Help me think of a name for my penguin.
Lord Pinu.
Lord Pinu. John, I think you're onto something. Okay, well, John, you go research all your Scientology Xenu stuff. I'm gonna sit here and play Club Penguin.
I'm really gonna do something. I'm gonna turn my life around.
Alright, I'm glad to hear that, John. I'm looking forward to it. Alright, everybody, we will talk to you next Tuesday, every Tuesday and Friday, here at WhiteSchaffPodcast.
Hey, what about this? Paintbrushes that don't necessarily require paint.
Alright, until next week, toodaloo.
See ya.